I needed space in my life. But during coronavirus, when I had enough space, in fact, too much space, I felt I don't need it. I was not able to handle, and I felt alone. Was it because my flatmates were not around, or it is something else?
Prachi, do you really think your flatmates being not around or around are the reason of your loneliness?
Well, I don't have anybody else to blame too.
Let us talk about it. So this video is not about telling you various kind of hobbies or activities to do when you are lonely, that you yourself know a lot, but it is to help you experience the root cause of loneliness yourself and transform yourself into a joyful person. So I will be telling you basically two practical introspective activities which you should do to transform your loneliness into joyfulness. Before I start, Prachi, a question. When was the last time you actually sat for 6 hours without any input and without any output? I mean, no music, no video, no activity like playing, cooking, dancing, nothing.
I don't remember any time because either I'm cooking all the time or talking to my family or watching Netflix or yeah, because I'm feeling alone. So I do all of this to occupy myself.
Right. So I feel over 99% of the people watching this video probably wouldn't have spent 6 hours or more alone themselves doing nothing. But if you see somewhere around, say, a dog or a cat, or even if, say, in India, you see certain kind of villagers or poor people, you will see that for hours they can sit alone with peace and not doing anything. So why is that? We are more evolved as a human being and we are also more educated, but still we are suffering in alone. Okay, why are you afraid of doing nothing and like being alone? Have you seen that people eat more chocolates or drink or eat more when you are like particularly sad?
For me, I'm like eating all the time. I want to eat chocolates all the time. I want to, in general, eat food all the time. But maybe it does make sense because you feel like you don't have anything to do. So maybe your brain is kind of thinking to eat.
Right. So it has been noticed that people who are more joyful, they tend to be better even if they don't eat anything. But a day when one is not in the best of their inner conditions, they tend to have more of drinks like coffee, tea, alcohol, or more sweet things, including chocolates and sweets. So this is how like our mind and body is. And since when we are alone, so nobody is currently poking us from outside. So for example, when you are alone in your home, nobody is poking a dagger at you, nobody is physically torturing you. It is only your mind and your emotion which is actually playing with you. So it means that this loneliness, this sad feeling when you are alone is your own doing. It is from nobody else, but it is your own doing.
So, what exactly can we do?
So before correcting any problem, we have to know the cause of the problem. So the first part of this video, I am telling you a practice from which you can learn and explore and introspect what is loneliness exactly. Here is a practice, Prachi, which I recommend to you and all the people who are listening. I have practiced it myself. Take few hours once in a week, like once in a weekend, and try to be alone and just be with yourself. But don't put any limitations on you that I shouldn't think this, I shouldn't think that. Just be with yourself. And suppose your mind is running in all the negative directions, it is just going around. If your emotions are just running over, if you feel like crying, whatever you feel like, just be with yourself during that time. If you feel like dancing, okay, do that. Don't listen to any music, don't have any input and output, just be alone, but do whatever you want. If you feel like kicking somewhere on wall, do that. Okay, if you feel like crying, do that. And don't put any judgments on yourself. Oh, I shouldn't feel like this, or I shouldn't do like this. Even if you feel like shouting, do that. Just be alone for at least 4 hours in a period of duration, and do whatever you want, and try to like explore it fully. For the first time you may feel little difficult doing it, but if you try it, say, second or third time, you will be able to do it, and you will see that how it uncovers a lot of things within you and helps you know what exactly is like aloneness. Suggest that this practice should be increased from 4 hours to like 6 hours and 8 hours with gradual time whenever you get it. What it will do, how will it change, will I not suffer loneliness after this? I am not going to answer anything about that. I am just telling you a practice which you should practice yourself and see the results. The results may differ for each of the person, but I guarantee that it will bring a certain transformation. If you do this 2 or 3 times, it will definitely change something within you, which you will know for yourself. Okay. Secondly, I also want to tell you a practice which one should do when they are particularly very sad. So like sometimes when you are alone, you are feeling frustrated and you do certain things. but sometimes you hit like quite low. It might be related to certain career, due to certain relation, but you are feeling very negative. So this is a practice which one should try when they are particularly feeling very negative, like very angry, very sad, very frustrated. Any of this time they should try this, and it should help in some immediate relief. So what is the practice? Unlike the first practice where you can do anything and you are like just in the room, in this practice you have to sit comfortable. Don't stuff yourself with food. Just close your eyes and see where the negative feeling is. So whenever you have a sad emotion inside you, you will see that certain part of your body feels heavy. Like many people say, I'm feeling heavy today. Okay, so this heaviness has a certain energy. So just close your eyes and look within yourself that where that negativity is, whether it is it in stomach, whether is it in, say, in your heart, in your lung area, in your mind, in your face, where is it? Just sit for say 15-20 minutes with this feeling closely. Don't judge your feelings and say that I shouldn't be feeling negative. It is fine to feel negative, but feel it fully. Whatever you do, you should do it fully. So just feel your negativity fully, close your eyes and do that. Okay, so do it for say 15-20 minutes. After you have felt that where this negativity is coming in your body, stay with that negativity. So as a second question, ask introspecting that to whom this feeling is happening to. So when I say this, logically it feels very odd that of course this feeling is happening to me, but just introspected that to whom this feeling is happening to. Again, change that moment for say 15 or 20 minutes. Okay, so these are the two phases of the practice. Firstly is feeling the negative energy fully inside your body and seeing where it is. The second part of is just introspect it, that to whom this feeling is happening. Okay, if you sit with this for say again 15-20 minutes, so the overall practice would be anywhere from say 40 minutes to 60 minutes. If you just put yourself fully to this practice of experiencing your negativity and trying to see from where it is coming from, it will change certain things. For the first time, the people were not that concentrative. It might be a little difficult, but again, second or third time, it will definitely improve. Again, I will not clear the suspense for you that what will happen, what will change. It is for you to practice and know yourself. But I can tell you that I have done this practice myself, and a lot of like positivity which is in me today is because of this. So it will affect each person differently and over the time. But this is a practice you should do to exactly know and change your like the feeling of loneliness. So Prachi, do you feel like you might try one of these any year?